Hello friends and welcome back to the first edition of the revision series of the JIGL subject for your upcoming December 2025 examinations. Now, for those of you who are new to my channel, my name is Anuja and I have devised this revision series keeping two things in mind. One is that I wanted the series to be entirely in English and that the series should cover the entire ICSI module so that right for your examinations you find it easy to be able to revise all concepts thoroughly and cover the entire subject. So, in this chapter, we're going to be starting out with criminal law and procedure. And throughout this revision series, I refer to notes that are created by me. Not only is it notes which are simplified and made easier to understand, but also a set of case law sheets that I'm preparing for each and every chapter in this subject. These case law sheets will basically consist of the topic, the name of the case law, and a simplified version of what you need to write for each case law, especially in your answer sheets. So if you want access to any of these materials or even the rest of this revision series, then follow the instructions in the description below. And before we start, go ahead and press that subscribe button. Let's start with the series now. Now, friends, what do you mean by cognizable and non cognizable offenses? And what do you mean by bailable and non bailable offenses? And for this, anytime you come across this word, I want you to create this table or just write it down in this particular format, no matter where you see this sentence. And it should be ideally at the top of your answer sheet in pencil so that you always know what exactly is being, like what to write at the time that it's being asked. So, friends, what is this concept of your bailable, non-bailable, cognizable, non-cognizable? Is that, like I said, put it into this particular the format that I've written over here, and then link all of them together. When I say link all of them together, what you need to do is whatever is usually bailable will be non-cognizable, and whatever is non-bailable will usually be cognizable. Now, we just need to understand it. Keep your point of reference as what you mean by bailable and non-bailable. Because from my experience, trying to remember what you mean by cognizable and non-cognizable will just confuse you even more. So, okay. Now that we have understood that whatever is bailable is usually non-cognizable and whatever is non-bailable is usually cognizable, what do you understand by bailable? Bailable refers to those offenses in which you can get bail, because in the BNS, most of our offenses, actually all our offenses, are either classified as bailable or non-bailable. So what is bail? Bail is basically some kind of a situation where you can, for an offense that has been committed, you can pay a bail and then you can come out of that, come out of that, I wouldn't say imprisonment, but you would be able to come out of your, sorry, the word is not exactly imprisonment, but at the time of your arrest you will be let go. Okay, then what is non bailable? Basically, if you are being arrested, then you will not be let go, you will not be allowed to pay a certain amount of bail and then come out. Now we can simply understand one thing: bailable offenses are usually less serious offenses, because if an offense is less serious and that person is arrested in relation to that offense, then even if we let him go outside, that is immediately after his arrest, we allow him to go out, then there's no harm in letting him out because we know he will not go ahead and destroy evidence or silence witnesses or tamper with evidence of any sort. But with respect to non bailable offenses, we can essentially say that it is of a more serious nature. Okay, so if a person has committed murder or of something equally of such a high imprisonment, then it's likely that if we let him out on bail, he will come out and destroy evidence, tamper with witnesses, or some such thing, and that is not good for a criminal investigation. And that is why they largely, these definitions that I'm giving you are for better remembrance and very loose definitions. Okay, but how do we know that some offense is bailable or non bailable? We have to refer to the first schedule of the law. It's not to be understood that, oh, this offense looks like it could be serious, or this offense looks like it could be more not so serious. No, you just have to refer to the first schedule, and most of the times you'll notice that bailable offenses are less serious and non-bailable offenses are more serious. Now tell me, if an offense is less serious and bailable, then should a police officer be allowed to arrest you without warrant? When I say you, I refer to the offender. Now, if it's a less serious offense, we are also talking about the police over here. Now, the police usually requires a warrant before they can come and arrest people. Now, let's say, for example, that a person is committing a nuisance, okay, is like walking drunk on the streets and committing a nuisance. Then yes, it is an offense, but it is not a very serious offense, okay. And compare it to a person who's committing murder. Do you think that the police should first approach the magistrate, get a warrant, and then come and arrest the murder? No, he has to stop it then and there. So there are some offenses which require a warrant before the police can arrest. There are some offenses which the police does not require a warrant immediately and can proceed with the arrest and then produce him before the magistrate. So now that we've understood this concept, bailable, less serious, non-bailable, more serious. Remember, what is bailable is usually non-cognizable, and what is non-bailable is usually cognizable. Now, if bailable offenses are usually less serious, then the police should only arrest with a warrant, because it's not a very serious offense. The police can follow due procedure before coming to arrest a person. But if it is non bailable, it is more serious, then the police should be given some authority, right? Police can arrest without warrant. So this is what we understand from our concepts of bailable, non-bailable, cognizable, and non-cognizable.